Welcome back to the podcast. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Welcome back, all 15 of you.
Yeah.
I had a YouTube person tell me that it's bad if your videos get views that have less than 50% of your subscriber base. That seems a little intense, but we get way less than that. But we have an artificially high subscriber base.
Yeah, because we kind of had a little cheat in there.
Yeah.
Thanks to Michael's other channels.
Yeah. But my main channel gets under 50% as well, but I think it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't think that guy knew anything he was talking about.
We're on the up and up, you know?
Yeah, we're on the up and up. Yeah.
Oh, do you see that door moving suspiciously behind me?
Yeah, dude, I think it's a ghost. I'm convinced.
Because my window's open.
Long-time listeners will know that.
Yeah. It's definitely not a ghost. I can promise you that. What happens is that my window is open right here. No, not because of that, but because I have an alternate explanation for this.
Yeah, much like everything having to do with ghosts.
There's a window right here that is blowing air, and then there's also a window out there that is open that is also pushing air that way. So it goes like...
There's some airflow.
There is some airflow. And when that door is closed, because my door doesn't properly shut, it will just, if it starts slamming, you know what? So.
Is your flat old?
Yeah, I think so. It's like one of those terraced houses. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I think that was my flatmate. No. It's one of those terraced, it's one of those terraced houses. So like a row house.
Yeah.
So I assume it's old. I think it's old. Speaking of which, we had a massive leak from our washing machine. Like there was a pool of water you could dive headfirst into in our kitchen, and that caused some problems.
Some laps.
Yeah, exactly. And we all had laundry to do, so we all had to pause on doing our laundry. I ran out of clean underwear, but luckily it got fixed yesterday. And now my underwear is drying. So
I think it's pretty dope that you have laundry in your flat.
That is nice. Yeah. I guess that is a perk. Except there's no dryer, but you can't have everything.
That's pretty Euro. I'd like to point out that you mentioned it's in the kitchen. That's a very European thing too. That in America, we don't have laundry in the kitchen.
No,
that's not a thing. Like people would think that was extremely weird.
Yeah, it's not very kosher, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, from a building standpoint, it totally makes sense though, because that's where most of the plumbing is, right?
I guess so, but it's weird. It's so weird because I don't know, just the cross between where you cook your food and where you eat your food with the clothes that you have worn. That you've worn about in the world. It just feels like, again, not very kosher. It feels like it should be separate. Yeah, I have to deal with it because, where it is.
Yeah. So do you hang up your clothes to dry?
Yes, we do. And luckily, today it is, this morning it was pouring rain. I mean, pouring. But now it's beautifully sunny outside, not a cloud in the sky. So our clothes are drying outside right now.
That's nice.
Clothing rack. Yeah. Got the wind in there. As you can tell, there's lots of wind going on right now.
Yeah. So I used a VPN to put my location in the UK so I could watch a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all these UK ads. And one of them, I don't remember. One of them was for some sort of laundry. And it showed the people doing laundry in the kitchen and then hanging the laundry up in the house. Because I guess dryers are not that common.
Yeah, no. Because the weather's pretty mild and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was lucky last year. There just we happened to have a dryer.
Okay.
It also didn't work that well. Gave up on that one real quick. It also broke multiple times, so it's just what the fuck?
Yeah, lame.
Yeah, no, so Laundry's all sorted. Thank the Lord Jesus. Thank goodness.
He's directly in charge of that.
Is he? You know,
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning to be at work by 9, and me and my flatmate Eli, we both worked together. We cleaned 7 rooms in 3.5 hours. It was 30 minutes a room. 30 minutes a room. Yeah. Which is pretty good. That's better than like when I'm by myself, it'll take me like an hour to do a room. But since you have 2 people, it kind of makes it go a little faster. And even our coworkers were like, Jesus Christ, where's the speed coming from? But they were like, usually when Grace and Eli work together, it goes pretty fast. So that was really good. And then we brought all the laundry over. Oh, we were so fast. We were so fast. It was amazing. So I got home today at got home by like 2. And then I was just cleaning up our entire flat because it was an absolute state because we weren't allowed to use our washer yesterday or our sink.
Right.
We didn't know where the leak was coming from.
Oh, yeah.
So
you had dishes just like super piled up.
Yeah. So that needed to be taken care of. Really needed to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So I was like speed cleaning the entire, and I was doing my laundry at the same time.
Yeah, you were weaving in and out of there. It sounds like a stunning first half of the day, if I say so myself.
It was beautiful. Beautiful first half of the day.
So are you in classes now?
I am in classes, except one of my, so I take 2 modules right now.
Yeah.
Then I have my dissertation stuff, but there's 2 modules.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I'd been over this, right? It's a hour lecture, hour tutorial. The other one is just a 3-hour seminar. This man's got COVID. So there was no seminar
Who gets COVID
this week.
now?
I don't know. There was no seminar this week. So I just had that hour lecture and the tutorial, and then this guy had to cancel class, and he's also in charge of all of the philosophy dissertations. So he's not my supervisor, but he's like in charge of how dissertations should run.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a meeting today
with him because it's like early in the game.
Exactly. And he had to cancel it because we got COVID. So that was kind of a bummer. And then my dissertation supervisor was also sick. So I didn't get to meet with her this week. So a lot of things got canceled.
Yeah. So I have a question about COVID.
Yes.
Now this is me trying to get canceled again, by the way.
Okay.
So I have a Twitter. Yeah, I don't really know why I have a Twitter. I don't really know what to do with it. I follow some people. I posted about a paper that I just submitted to the archive, which is like a preprint server, the other day. And then I look at all these math people that have Twitters that seem like grown-ups, whereas I have a YouTube. Right? Twitter seems like a grown-up way to approach this whole new media thing. And I'm like a kid, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should feel like that or not. Anyway, one of the people I follow was lamenting the fact that, I'm going to keep this really vague, that their university doesn't have a mask mandate anymore, and that people shouldn't be forced, or people shouldn't have to be told to not risk their lives. And I don't know, dude. I've had 4 vaccines. I feel like
4 vaccines?
I feel like we're at the stage where that's not the situation anymore. Yeah. I had the full 2 first, and then I had a booster, and then I just had my dual bivalent booster, which covers the new strains or whatever. I feel like that's not where we are anymore.
I don't
I feel like we're not at the point where you can make people feel bad for not wearing a mask. I wore a mask for a really long time,
Yeah.
I don't anymore. I don't judge people that do. If someone had a one-on-one meeting with me and asked me to wear a mask, I would do so without any problem at all.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Yeah.
do that forever now. I think that is in the right of anyone to ask if you're having small group meetings for everyone to wear a mask, because you don't know that person's situation, right? They could be immunocompromised, in which that they're at a risk for all sorts of infections in perpetuity, right? And I think that's a good road to cross, to have that be open. And I'm sympathetic to having to ask that be difficult, right? I'm sympathetic to that. But I don't think we're in the place where you're a bad person if you don't wear a mask.
I don't disagree.
I mean, around me, it's like 0.5% of people.
Yeah. I do not. Yeah. I'm never asked to wear a mask.
So I'm not a terrible person for thinking this way.
I don't think so. I also it baffles me that people are still fearful of it. And I understand certain, I understand it to an extent. Now I'm really treading lightly. I'm really treading really, really lightly. But even at the airport, I still feel like at the airport in general, that is probably the best place to, or on trains and stuff. I feel like that would be the best place to have that be something that should always, but I respect that it's an option now. Personally, when I'm traveling, I feel more comfortable on the plane and stuff. I'm going to have a mask on just because it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. You're not?
Yeah. And
something about being in an air tunnel. I don't want to either, but something about being in an air tube and all of the going around. I don't know.
I feel that. I totally feel
that. And also because people, you don't know, that's when you really don't know what people's situations are. You really don't know what country they're flying from, where they're going to, how many places they've been in the last 6 days. I understand that. But
now that people get N95s, N95s can protect you if no one else is wearing a mask. Very, very effectively.
Yeah, I'm not saying I think there should be a mandate on transportation and stuff. I'm just saying I think that's the most socially acceptable in my head. Although I see people walking around Belfast with masks, and I'm like, you do you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do worry that there's still a very big, when COVID first came about, there was a lot of fear. And I think that's why a lot of people adhered to the mask thing, because there was so much fear about it. But a lot of that fear was because it was unknown. But now that we know, shouldn't we be less fearful? Because it's no longer a big X,
right? And there's
X. What is the X? It's what it is.
There's ways to prepare by getting vaccinated, and there's treatments if you get it.
Yeah.
My mom got it twice, and she had, she should be safer than that.
Yeah.
Right. She shouldn't have gotten it twice. But that being said, she got it twice, and she got the whatever whatever treatment or whatever, which is a very, United States privilege kind of thing. Right. But But I'm discussing in the US, in places where all of these things are available. This is not applicable to other places.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just don't like that people are still fearful.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in the same
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah. Now,
Let's get canceled.
let's get canceled. No, I'm really okay. I'd really rather not. I mean, we technically already are canceled because, like, we just don't have any viewers. Yeah. Okay, so I have really exciting news.
I'd love to hear it.
You want to hear the exciting news? I have exciting news. So
Oh, wait, I've decided that I don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, screw you. I'm telling you anyway. So basically, as you know, Michael, I'm the president of the lacrosse club at Queens.
You are. I saw a photo on your Instagram. Always be plugging. I stole that phrase from someone. Go check it out.
I do. Yeah. Follow QUB Lacrosse on Instagram. So basically, we had our first practice this week and the first time we've been at the Freshers Fair in like 2 years. So the Freshers Fair is like where all the student clubs have booths and you come up, ask questions, you can sign up, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, what's it called? So we were there. I was there from like I was there from 10 o'clock in the morning to like 3:30 p.m. And we got 2 full pages of signups. Let's say it's like about like 50 or so, maybe a little bit more.
Seems like a lot.
Signup. It seems like a lot. Yeah. Other clubs like got like 150. But honestly, any amount is a good amount for us because we weren't even present at the Freshers Fair last year. So,
and you guys are like an American sport.
Exactly. Like we're not football. Like I whatever. Right. But we had 3 guys interested in signing up, which I thought was the funniest thing. And they were like, "Oh, is this just a girls' team?" And I looked at like my other like teammates, and I was like, "Is it just girls? I mean, like, there's just girls on the team, but like, I don't know if we can like mix and stuff. But like, seems like it's just girls." And we asked her coach, and she was like, "No, there used to be a guys' team, but there's not anymore." But yeah, no, so we can't have guys on our team because it's like too dangerous during trainings. But that was really funny. I thought that was hilarious. This guy just came up and he was like, "I'm writing my name down." He was like, just took the pen and started writing. And I was like, And then at that practice following, so we had the Freshers Fair the same day as we had our second practice. And there was like 30 girls at practice, which is like a lot. Whoa. Because last season, we'd be lucky if we got like 7. Like it was bad. Like it was really, really bad. Our numbers got really low at certain parts of the season. Yeah. We had like a lot of girls at this practice and a majority of them had never played before. And I was really proud that they came because like, and I really hope I see them again next week. Because I remember even when I started doing lacrosse, I was in 6th grade and I was late. I was late to the game. And like these girls had already been playing for like 5+ years. And I like was brand new. And
yeah, because you grew up in like the suburbs of New York City where like everyone just grinds their kids into like a perfect
athlete.
Like, perfect specimen to get into college.
Yeah, exactly. So it was hard for me to even join at that stage. I felt very uncomfortable and like I really had to stick with it and believe that like, yes, I can get better and I'm going to stay with it, blah, 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 blah. So I really hope, the new girls who came Monday came back on Wednesday. So hopefully these girls that just came on Wednesday come back again next week. But we're going to have a social tonight. So we're going to see who all is coming.
That's great.
It's looking really good for us. I'm really excited. Like we have more than enough people to play our games. And there's like there's a handful of girls who are new who have played before and they're pretty good too. So that's
great.
Ideal.
So in other words, you're like killing it at running this lacrosse club.
I honestly, not to gas myself up or my fellow committee members, we've all been doing a pretty good job.
I don't know if you remember this, but probably around the time when you were in 6th grade, we were visiting Croton on the Hudson. We were visiting your family, and me and you went out with lacrosse sticks and a ball, and we were gonna like throw the ball back and forth. And the first throw, You were standing downhill. The first throw you missed, and the ball just like went way downhill, and we never found it.
Yeah, were we doing that in the front yard?
Yeah, like in the street in front of your house.
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea.
That was a really bad idea.
That was not the good location.
No, I don't know why we just didn't do it in the backyard.
I know. I mean, your backyard was maybe kind of short. No, it would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked.
It would have worked better.
To be fair, I used to throw the ball up onto the roof and then it would roll back down. And the amount of times I've overshot the ball and it's gone up the other side of the roof and down and been lost forever is also pretty immaculate.
You've gone through lacrosse balls?
Yeah, like I have one that's now rolled under the couch in the living room, and I'm never going to get that one back again.
You don't have a broom or something?
I can just move the couch, but like I can't be fucked. I really can't be fucked to move it. I really cannot be fucked. So that's just going to stay there. And I'll be down a lacrosse ball. And I got a new lacrosse stick.
Cool. Is it a good one?
Yeah.
Not that I would know.
Yeah. And I got it on sale, so everything's great.
Oh, that's good.
Everything's great.
There's like different gear for women's lacrosse versus men's lacrosse, right?
There is. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there are more pads and stuff.
Yeah, because our rules are different.
Is there like contact in men's lacrosse and none in women's lacrosse?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, women can't be punching each other.
God forbid.
I'm just kidding.
God forbid, right? No, yeah, it is kind of annoying. Although I do hate when, and I've had to have this conversation with my brother. Yes, girls lacrosse is considered no contact.
Yeah.
But there's total
It's like
contact.
no contact like soccer or football.
Yeah, and like the amount of bruises I end up with on my body, like that wouldn't happen if there was really no contact. So people shit on girls lacrosse because it's like not like boys. We can't whack each other with sticks. But like that also just seems very childish.
Yeah.
You know? Like very petty way. So I feel like girls lacrosse is more technical in terms of like actually being able to like defend somebody and getting the ball from them without an absorbent amount of physical force. I feel like that takes more skill.
Into someone.
Exactly. I feel like that takes considerably more skill.
Well, from my point of view, which is not knowing anything about this sport.
Yes.
But I do know that like concussions are real bad, right? Maybe boys lacrosse or men's lacrosse should be more like women's lacrosse.
Yeah. Yeah. And I knew they started making like helmets for girls lacrosse, but like you'll never catch me wearing a helmet.
Yeah, because I mean you don't care about your brain. That's
I see
not
the
fair.
way that sounds. I see that.
I don't wear a helmet when climbing, and a lot of like people think that's
totally
sketchy.
Should,
but not like in the climbing community. It's not quite as sketchy as it might seem.
What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I only go. It's because of the type of climbing I do and all this kind of stuff.
What is the type of climbing you do?
Sport climbing. So it's like bolt protected overhanging routes. So there's like not really any. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Should go on a climbing trip with me.
Yeah. That will probably never happen. We're reaching. Yeah.
Oh, I think we're about to say the same thing. We have one brain. We have one brain.
Yeah. Yeah. What should we wrap it up with?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. We should wrap it up with just minutes of silence.
Yeah.
One out there. What do you guys think about this half-hour format? Is the half-hour format a little bit better? Is it worse? Well, we're not going to move away from it just yet because it allows us to bank episodes more easily. And
Bank.
that's better for us. So whatever.
Particularly me.
Yeah. Also, give a thumbs up that we finally taught Grace how to use her microphone properly. And now we can hear her. And when the audio processing boosts her mic volume, it doesn't sound like dog shit anymore. So give a thumbs up for that. Also, post a comment for the algorithm. And I don't know, do whatever else you're supposed to do on YouTube. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by 4 days from now. So we've got a long way to go, but I think we can do it.
We're setting really achievable goals. I like to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching / listening to the podcast.
Yeah. We're on Spotify now.
Period.
Okay, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back.